Hi guys, welcome to another episode of AJAWI TV. I'm AJAWI, and for today we'll be talking about cutting down trees, right? So, without any further ado, let's get into that.
G5, dude. G5, dude. G5, dude.
All my life I had to fight, I ain't taking no L, I paid the price. Remember them days we ain't had no lights, now I'm up 2K, I ain't talking no spikes. Just drop me an ammunition.
Alright guys, so one of my followers asked me, right? They asked me what do I recommend, right? They do, or what is the most efficient way to um, cut down a what they say a woodland, right? They asked me what's the most efficient way to cut down a woodland. Um, Wanted to know in particular if they should use a backhoe and power saw, or if they should just pay some guys with power saw and then let them run through, or if they should just get some guys with some machete and they can go in and just cut it down and call it a day, right? Now here's the thing, I do not recommend cutting down trees, right? It's not come on man, we're in a global warming situation right now, so why would you want to go and cut down trees? So that putting that aside, or putting my bias aside, which is no to cutting down trees, let's look at it from what you'd say, from a municipality perspective, or a law perspective, or environmental perspective. Here's the thing, you must understand that when you go in and you start cutting down trees, you're not only affecting you, you're also affecting others around you, right? We rely on trees for water, because trees absorb water from the soil and then it evaporates and yada yada yada. You all know about that already. And we rely on trees for oxygen. We all know that. But from a municipality perspective, you cannot just go in and cut down trees. That is if you don't want to be prosecuted for it. Especially woodlands. You have to understand that woodlands are protected areas within Jamaica. There are certain areas that you just cannot go in and cut down trees as you please. Now, if it is that you are going to do construction and you realize that you will be cutting down trees, the first thing that you need to do is speak with the parish council, right? Go to the parish council and let them know that, hey, you're cutting down trees and you need a permit to do so. If that particular area, first of all, I think the parish council will recommend you to NEPA, right? That's National Environment and Planning Agency, right? They govern that aspect of development, but you cannot really go in and just cut down as you please. Once you're at the parish council and you submit a letter to them letting them know that what you will do, right? They will then be in communication with NEPA, and NEPA will then either give you a permit or say to you, you cannot cut down these trees, or they will tell you which trees you can actually cut down, right? So that's kind of a no-no. Do not just go and cut down trees, because chances are you might end up in prison for it, right? Now, the reason I think why this person asked me this, and I actually asked them if they have a billing plan already. I think that's the reason why that question came up, is because no amount of planning was put in place. Now, if it is that you designed your building, right, and you place it on the property, and the parish council looks at your plans for that particular site, if it is that it is a woodland and they see that you are now proposing that you're going to cut down trees, and cut down a certain amount of trees on a site, the parish council will reject your application. They will say to you, you need to look back at this application. They cannot allow you to cut down so much trees, and especially in a woodland, right? So try and get your building plan done first and foremost. Lay out your site. Ensure that trees are properly shown, right? So within your site location map, you can indicate that, hey, this is the trees that are on the site, this is the amount of trees that we want to demolish or take down. Like I said demolish, but cut down, and you know what I mean. Cut down. You can indicate which trees you're going to keep and which one you're going to cut down. But a good architect, a good technologist, architectural technologist, will not just cut down every single tree on the site and wait, I say pave the entire site and stuff like that. That's not recommended. Why? Here's the thing about trees that most people that does construction don't understand, right? Trees stabilize your site, right? Trees stabilize your site. So the root system from that tree is actually there to hold your site together, or hold the land together so that it doesn't slide. So that's why when you go on a hillside, it's never recommended that you just go and cut down all trees, because you're now weakening the soil that is there. There's nothing there to hold it together. So after a while, what will happen is it will just push off. Have you ever been to areas where people clear and you just see all of a sudden, couple weeks or months after, you see rainfall, the soil becomes saturated and everything just push off. There's a mudslide, and there are instances where it actually ended up in the news, where people living in certain areas, they have a mudslide. Why? Because the soil has become saturated. There's not enough trees in that soil to hold it together, because the root system, just think of it as your shirt, right? The fabric put together by themselves, they're not going to hold together. But when you put thread and stitch it together, the trees are are there to stitch it together, to hold it together, right? So don't just go in and cut down a woodland, because you might end up in legal problems. You might end up with NEPA charging you, and you have to go through lawsuit and stuff like that, because trees takes years to grow, right? And once you cut down that tree, it's gone. So think about that before you go ahead. Another thing is, if it is that you get approval, right? Let's say you get approval and NEPA has said to you, okay, you can go ahead and cut down 2 or 3 of these trees that you have on your side, and you can clear up to a certain location. My advice would be, your budget determines what you do, right? Do an estimate. Get more than one person to give you an estimate as it relates to clearing the site. The most efficient way that I see is to actually get a front end loader, power saw, and you cut down your trees. You use the front end loader to pick up and dump it in a truck. So the power saw will cut it up into little pieces, and you can then throw it in the truck, and the truck go on about its business. So that's the most efficient way. Getting guys to go there with machete and all of that, that's a whole task in and of itself, because oh, you're now looking at somebody with a machete going in to cut down a tree, and then to cut up that tree for it to be able to be, carted away to a more suitable disposal site. It's a lot of problems. So I would say, you know, first and foremost, get approval, get permit, and power saw and front end loader all the way in my eyes. So, efficiency, power, and that's pretty much it. So again, thanks for this question. I hope I answered your question. If it is that you got the answer that you wanted or you were looking for, or if I didn't answer your question, you can comment below. So again, guys, please do not just go in and cut down trees. If it is that you're designing, you can always design around your trees. That's what I'm trying to say to you, right? Design around your trees. Keep what you don't need to cut down. If it is that you're going to cut down trees, get your approval, ensure that NEPA is aware of it, ensure that your parish council is aware that you're going to cut down trees and you have your permit. So if them come to your site and say, what is going on here, why are you cutting down the trees, you can say, hey, we got approval for this, and this, and you're in the clear. You don't want in a situation where people are going to tell you, say, yo, they might fine you for hundreds of thousands of dollars because you cut down a tree that never cost you any money to plant in the first place. Alright? So, thanks again for watching, thanks for liking, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, alright? Oh, and the chickpea thing what you know about chickpea? This coronavirus thing that's going around, guys. Please, all of my followers, make sure that you stay safe, alright? Stay safe. Just, make sure you're washing your hands, make sure you're not touching your face. As you can see, I like to touch my glasses, so what I normally do, I wear a glove, and if I'm touching my face, I do this. Once I'm on the road, I'm touching my face, I just do that to push up my glasses, and I don't touch my glasses and touch my skin. Alright, so if you have to, you can always boom, or if I need to scratch, I do this. But other than that, I try not to touch my face at all. Alright, so thanks for watching and stay safe. Alright, if you're coughing, stay at home. We don't want anything to happen in a Jamaica like that. So see you next time. Alright.